Rexall
presents the Rexall Hollywood Revue.
Rexall
Brings you an all-star cast of Hollywood favorites, including Robert Benchley, Cass Daly, Charles Butterworth, Ray Eberly, Lud Gluskin and his orchestra, and yours truly, Harlow Wilcox.
Rexall
Offers this tuneful Hollywood Revue to remind you of Drugdom's biggest bargain event, the Rexall Original 1-cent sale. The big coast-to-coast sale which starts at your Rexall drugstore this coming Thursday. Both the sale and these programs are sponsored by your Rexall druggist. So if you like them, don't thank us.
Thank your Rexall store.
And now our stars, Robert Benchley, Cass Daly, and Charlie Butterworth. It's morning at the Butterworth home, and he and his wife, Cass, hear the whistle of the mailman, a Mr. Benchley.
Ah, good morning, Mr. Mailman. My, but you look chipper today.
Well, I just came from the county bazaar and I won the raffle. Yes, sir, I got to kiss the prettiest girl in town. I kissed her on the cheek, on the forehead, on the nose, and on the chin.
Fine postman. Doesn't even know the right zone.
Say, is there anything for us today?
No, it's nothing very important. Here's the new Esquire. Got some dandy stories in it. I'd have brought it in the first mail, but I didn't finish reading it.
Oh, you read Esquire. I just look at the pictures.
Charlie.
I was just teasing, my dear. Why, when I married you, I decided never to give other women another thought.
Oh, gee, Charlie, did you?
Yes, after all, why give women another thought when I'm happy with the same thought I've had for years?
Oh, you men are all alike. You forget so easily. Why, a few years ago, the Barbers of America elected me Miss Witch Hazel. Ah, dear. Say, come to think of it, there was no Hazel at the end.
Well, I got something else for you. It's your gas bill. Comes to $4.60 a year. $2 more than last month. Maybe your heating system's using too much gas.
Hey, that can't be. We don't use gas. We've got a central heating system.
Charles, dear, for your information, placing a hot water bottle on your stomach every night is not central heating. Silly.
Say, maybe when we used too much gas when you cooked our wedding anniversary dinner then.
Ah, yes, I cooked it. Why, the man next door takes his wife out to dinner and nightclubs at least twice a week. But why don't you do that?
I'd love to. I've never even met the woman.
Oh, Charlie, you make me so sick. We haven't been out together in years. Why, the only nightlife I get to see is when I turn the lights on in the kitchen.
Shh, dear. The
Never mind, steer.
mailman's still here.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm enjoying myself. Say, is that coffee I smell?
It is, and you do.
Well, Well, I don't mind if I do.
Do what?
Have a cup.
Oh, well, all right, if you insist. Here you are.
You say it is hot.
Yes, especially for this time of year.
Well, now, getting back to your gas bill, maybe the company made a mistake. Have you tested your gas lately?
I don't know how, do you?
I'll show you how to test it. Charlie, you go to the oven and turn the gas on.
Yes, dear.
Fine, and I'll be around in the morning with a match.
Well, I can check your meter for you. The manager of the gas company gave a little talk about it at our club last week.
Oh, really? You belong to the club?
Sure, the West Side Nature Study and Betty Grable Club.
Well, how about going down the cellar and looking at ours?
You got a Betty Grable in your cellar?
No, a gas meter, darn it.
Oh, now, Charlie, I'm sure Mr. Benchley has his mail to deliver to other people, you know, and
Oh, there's nothing important in the mail. I'd rather read your meter.
It's right this way. I'd better go first. There's some jars and stuff on the stairs.
Was that trip necessary?
now a rhythmic treat with Cass Daly in one of her own famous specialties, Corns for My Country.
I used to be aesthetic, they say. I love the drama, art, and ballet. Then the theater wing came over, said, forget about Pavlova. Learn to cut a rug. So now I'm a jitterbug. Hey, 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 hey. I'm getting corns for my country at the Stage Door Canteen. The hardest working junior hostess you've ever seen. I'm doing my bit down there for Uncle Sam. I'm a patriotic jitterbug. Yeah, that's what I am. I'm getting corns for my country, and I don't even try. Getting down around the waistline, you should see the pounds fly. I don't need a dewberry or a hud nut course, 'cause my weight's been taken over by the Army Air Force. I'm not exactly Ginger Rogers, but then what do I care? Dance underneath those GI shoes is not like dancing with a stare. And the way those cowboys from the prairie expect me to sashay, I think I'd rather two-step with their horses any day. Getting corns for my country, and the going is tough. When I think I can't go on, it seems I can't get enough. So if you hear of a soldier, sailor, or Marine, tell them to look me up at the Stage Door Canteen. I was a girl who loved the theater. I loved it with my heart. Then the theater wing said, Cass, dear, won't you come and play your part? So I took a 2-week beauty course, had my hair bobbed. Now I don't look like an old lady anymore. Look like an old man. And then they told me, as a hostess, I'd have to chat and dance a bit. Well, now I'm beat from dancing. Don't you think it's time to sit? I'm getting cards from my country, and I'm really all in. In a week from now, I'll be here with my usual vim. So if you hail from the Bronx, Des Moines, or Aberdeen, just ask for Daly at the Stage Door Canteen.
Mark a big red R on your calendar for next Thursday, folks. Starting Thursday, Rexall druggists from coast to coast will feature Drugdom's most famous money-saving event, the Rexall Original 1-cent Sale.
A 1-cent sale? You mean they're selling pennies?
Let me explain. Starting Thursday, Rexall drugstores are offering 2 standard Rexall items in the sale for the regular price of 1 plus 1 cent. Such items as medicines, cosmetics, dental needs, and other drugstore needs.
Such as what?
Well, delightfully scented gardenia face powder, for instance.
Oh, I hardly ever use face powder.
This fine face powder sells regularly for 50 cents. During the sale, you get 2 boxes for 51 cents. 2 for the price of 1 plus 1 cent.
I don't see how I can afford not to use it.
And Pure Test aspirin, the famous aspirin that sells regularly at 49 cents for 100 tablets. During the sale, you get 2 bottles, 200 tablets for 50 cents. 2 bottles of Pure Test aspirin for the price of 1 plus 1 cent.
Of course, I don't have a headache.
Well, don't worry, son. You will have if you don't quit interrupting.
Your local Rexall drugstore will have a wide selection in many departments from which to choose. Don't miss the savings during the Rexall Original 1-cent Sale. It starts Thursday. Now back to the Butterworth cellar, where Bob Benchley is going to explain how to read a gas meter to Charlie Butterworth and his wife, Cass Daly.
Watch yourself, Mrs. Butterworth. Don't fall in that coal bin.
Oh, did you hurt yourself, Honey Bunch?
No, dear. It was soft cold.
I wish it were Coke. I could use a cool drink or something. Now, folks, inside this gas meter here is a bellows that moves the thingamajig, which sort of pushes that hootenanny around and it turns the thingamabout, you know, and it resulting in the, whatchamacallit, you ever follow me?
No, I don't understand those scientific terms.
Can't you be more indefinite?
Sure. Of course I can. Now, to continue, looking up here, you see 4 little dials. These are known as eeny, meeny, miny, and mo.
Yeah, I bet the little one is Mo.
Yeah, and when it's turned to 0, that means we have no mo gas. Hey, Jess, you're right on the beam today.
Back to the meter, folks. Now, this is pretty high, so the simplest way to read it is to stand on an orange crate. Just take an orange crate.
Oh, here you are.
Thank you. Climb up. Well, you take an apple box.
Oh, here you are.
Thanks. And climb up, and then... Well, you take a friend.
Who, me?
Thanks, and climb up. Say, what are these wires doing here? They've got no business around a gas meter.
That was the electric meter.
Why, you're blowing out every light in the house.
Nonsense. I can still see very plainly.
Well, you should. Your ears are all lit up.
Yeah, why don't you sit down and stop glowing?
Because when you gotta glow, you gotta glow. Benchley, you're still the great American humorist.
Benchley, you want to bet? Oh, Charlie, you look terrible. Why don't you stand there? Don't stand there with your mouth open. Put your shirt tail in.
Yes, and we gotta hurry now. I gotta get back to the post office. You know, we're very busy.
Oh, and how? I was down there yesterday to mail a letter. What a bustle. Why, it was so crowded that... Why, when I turned around to scratch my back, 3 people said thank you.
Oh, no. Well, I was there, too. Somebody shoved me just as I started licking the stamp.
What happened?
Washington looked up at me and said, "The other side, stupid."
Well, that's what happens when you go out by yourself.
Well, you'll never take me out.
Shh, both of you. I'm trying to read this meter in the dark. Somebody give me a match.
Here you are.
Thanks. I'll show you.
Oh, Charlie!
Yes, Cass?
Do you realize this is the first time we've been out of this house together in 10 years?
As everyone knows, both dealers and customers are having their troubles these days. So the Rexall Original 1-cent sale, which starts Thursday, is even more remarkable and welcome than in past years. The remarkable thing is that your Rexall druggist has been able to get such a fine offering of high-quality merchandise for this sale under today's conditions. Now, of course, some items you've found in previous 1-cent sales are not available, but your Rexall drugstore will have a wide selection to choose from. Here's one example. You can get 2 full pints of MI31 solution, one of the finest mouth antiseptics made, for the price of 1 plus 1 cent. Just buy 1 bottle at the regular price of 59 cents, and the second bottle costs you only a penny more, a saving of practically 50%.
Well, I'm no quiz kid, but it looks like 100% saving to me. Now, one of my charts would readily show...
Okay, Bob, okay. If you'd rather save 100% on 1 bottle than 50% on 2, have it your own way. Anyway, folks, this is just one of many, many items offered in the sale. Medicines, cosmetics, dental, and other drugstore needs. The Rexall Original 1-cent sale is your Rexall druggist's way of making new friends and rewarding old ones. And remember, only Rexall drugstores feature the Rexall Original 1-cent sale. Look for the familiar oval sign that says Rexall Drugs and save during the Rexall Original 1-cent sale, which starts Thursday. This is Marla Wilcox, reminding you to listen in again Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday, when we'll be back with more music, fun, and songs. See your newspaper for correct times. Meantime, get your list ready with all the things you'll need from the drugstore during the Rexall Original 1-cent sale, which starts this Thursday. And remember the Rexall drugstore for the best values in town every day.